kill me on it when you will walk into class and the class won't be completely silent. You walk in and your shoes are gonna be streaky. Awkward life moments part 2.
Let me ask you a question, young whippersnapper. Have you ever just been laying in bed trying to catch some Z's? Warm covers, air-conditioned room, pillows colder than the frozen food section at Walmart, all around pristine vibes. And then all of a sudden your brain decides it wants to travel back in time like Marty McFly and recall the most humiliating and flustering memories.
Yes, this happened to me all the time. Every time I go to sleep, gets chilling, completely chilling out of nowhere. The most diabolical, most embarrassing moment that I wish I forgot about. It pops up for no reason.
Of all time. How come when I actually need to remember something vital and indispensable, my brain is powered by a hamster wheel? But when it comes to remember something embarrassing, it's like a core memory from inside out. I couldn't tell you what
I'm not gonna lie, he is spinning. It's everything he's saying. I can't remember nothing important when it comes to taking tests or exams. But the minute I go to sleep and try to go to sleep, chill, it brings up all these memories. Like, where was this at?
I ate yesterday, but I can narrate the time I fell on my face right in front of everybody in the 3rd grade with remarkable accuracy and precision. But I guess awkwardness is just like puberty. Everybody has to go through it.
Dang, it's disconnected.
Some of the most degrading and discomforting moments that can happen to anybody on a daily basis. Comment down below some of the most awkward or embarrassing moments and like and subscribe if you're new. First, we gotta talk about saying bye to somebody and then walking in the same direction as them. I'm about 99.9% sure that everybody has been through this inopportune scenario. This is easily one of the most inconvenient moments in life, especially when it's someone that you're not really close with. Like if it's one of my homies, we'll probably just laugh it off and keep shit pushing. But when it's somebody I don't really know, we just end up giving each other these unseasoned ass smiles, bro. Because I'm not gonna lie, bro. Once I say goodbye to somebody, my controller...
Oh. This reminds me of time back in 7th grade. I was going to Connections, walking down the hall, going to my class. I knew she liked me. But you know me, I'm shy. I'm scared. Walking down the hall, still minding my own business. Still minding my own business. Walking down the hall. I get to my Connection class. Go that I know likes me. Standing right in front of me. We stand there for a good 30 seconds, looking like this. Good 30 seconds. And then I get one about my day. Most awkward experience I ever had.
Disconnects or something, especially since my social battery lasts as long as the average high school relationship, and then we end up walking at the same pace in the same direction like we're some army soldiers or something.
Well, I hate when that happens.
My soul leave my body quicker than LeBron leaves the court after a loss. I also despise when you're trying to get out of someone's way and they decide they want to start salsa dancing with you. I gotta pull off Kyrie Irving level moves to try and get past these niggas, bro. Next, walking back to your...
Yeah, when I tell y'all I be shooting and it be wet. And then be wet. I mean to be wet. I feel like Stephen Curry or Trae Young from that three.
Seat after bowling. I'm just trying to rejoice in a convivial. How does it feel like I'm on stage after performing the corniest musical of all time? And it doesn't matter if I throw a gutter ball or if I get a strike. Everybody's gonna be staring at me like I walked in a class or something. Most of the time, I damn near want to start walking backwards like Michael Jackson to avoid this intolerable experience. And
I hate when you walk into class and everybody's staring at you. Like, y'all gotta work on your desk. Do your work. Why are you looking at me?
The people who I'm actually bowling with staring at me, niggas from other lanes are watching me too. Like, damn, am I the main attraction or something, bro? Every time this happens, I feel like I'm walking the plank on some Pirates of the Caribbean shit. I can only imagine that this is what the TV sees every Super Bowl. And to add insult to injury, most of the time I have to wait for my ball to come back from that mechanical journey after my first attempt. This whole dilemma just feels maladroit and gooberish.
Oh, he talking about a bowling. Hey, Trae Young. My hands are... Make sure Trae Young.
Something. This shit is like an unskippable cutscene in real life, bro. The devs really need to patch this glitch in the next update.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
Saying the wrong answer in class. They said that we're supposed to learn from our mistakes.
Saying the wrong answer in class, it's hard to describe the feeling of saying the wrong answer in class. Just know it's a very unique feeling. It's like I can't really even describe it. How unique it is. Like saying the wrong answer in class be like, say the question was like, I'm just gonna use the formula y equals what y equals again? Y equals bx plus y equals b plus x. No, y equals mx plus b square. And you say the answer is like 42 square, and the answer is 49 square. Like that experience.
It's bad enough when the teacher calls and you don't even have your hand raised. Like, you clearly said I don't have a fucking clue in the world about what the answer is, but you still calling me anyway? My nigga, this ain't Pokemon talking about, Gabe, I choose you. But the embarrassment gets amplified times 50 when you willingly raise your hand to answer a question, and that shit couldn't be further from the right answer, bro. And then niggas all of a sudden want to turn to comedians and start...
I hate that.
cracking jokes. Like at this point, everybody in the class is gonna catch more 2 pieces than a KFC customer. And as if that wasn't bad enough, the teacher used to try and publicly humiliate us in front of the entire class, bro. I would raise my hand quicker than a bidder at an auction, and then would proceed to explain what I thought was a pretty admissible answer. But then the teacher would hit me with the, anybody else want to answer? What you mean?
They would be doing that, and I know most of my teachers that did that didn't mean it like that way, but it felt like they
anybody else want to answer. Or even worse, when they say, can anybody help him out? My nigga, I don't need no handout. Now everybody in the class thinks my IQ is low.
My teachers would kill, can anybody help him?
Nico's body count. Next, walking outside the store without buying anything. I think this is one of the only normal things that feel illegal when I do it.
It's like, it just looks like you trying to steal something, especially being my skin color. Walking out the store without buying nothing, it just looks weird.
Especially when it's in a small store or gas station.
Yeah.
My brain tries to get me to act normal, but my body starts combating that motherfucker, and I end up looking shadier than Eminem.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I lose all my motor skills and forget how to operate properly. Walking out those doors, I would feel more on edge than Mufasa, bro. I feel like I'm more apprehensive than I would be if I was actually stealing something from the store. It feels
I'm
like
saying,
there's a target on my...
cause like it's like you don't want to look suspicious, cause you know you're not doing nothing, but you trying your hardest not to look suspicious, cause you didn't buy nothing. But in doing that, that makes you look more suspicious than if you was to actually steal something, like he just said.
My bag bigger than a dartboard. I always make sure that my hands aren't in my pockets, bro. But this shit is always so awkward, especially when there's not an abundance of people in the store. I wonder if they think I'm broke. I mean, they be right, but that's still not right of them to make assumptions like that. I be thinking the alarms are gonna go off.
Like, just because I'm broke doesn't mean you should assume that I'm broke. By the way, I do got a donation page. It's on my channel page.
Some inexplicable reason, bro. Next. I think most people who attend this academic alcove are rarely able to consume a quality meal in the morning, mainly due to the fact that school starts earlier than daylight savings. So most niggas end up drinking a swig of water and chewing on a piece of gum to try to suffice. That's why I never understood those lumpish ass kids in those movies who literally have an entire fucking buffet made for them in the morning and just grab a piece of toast like, sorry mom, I'm gonna be late for the bus. Meanwhile, my stomach is over here sounding like a damn tuba or something, bro. But anyway, now I'm just trying to survive until lunch comes around. But then when I'm in class, I guess my stomach feels like it's the main character or something and lets out the most cacophonous and bellowing sound known to man. And I swear this only happens when the classroom is dead silent, bro. Why the fuck does my stomach decide it wants to replicate the regular show intro?
Oh, that's the intro?
And it's not necessarily the fact that my stomach growls per se, it's the fact that niggas mistake that sound for a fart and think I be cutting the cheese. But since we're on the topic of farting, I always find it humiliating when my chair or shoe makes a farting sound, and now I gotta try to prove my fucking innocence by trying to reproduce my
they be quick to say I farted. Like, my chair be making the most realistic sounds. This reminds me, this year actually, it was track season. They needed somebody to do huddles, so everybody gets trying out for huddles. First person goes up, he creates the huddles. They say, alright, you can move on to the second round. Second person goes up, he might have created the huddles, I don't know. A few people go up, some people don't make it, some people do make it. But I go up, I'm nervous, they get set, go ahead. Go ahead, one. I went up, I created the huddle. But my shoe hits the huddle. The huddle doesn't fall, so it still counts. But it hits the huddle and it sounded like I farted mid-air. That junk had the whole track team laughing. Even the coach was laughing. That junk was bad.
But then I can never find the formula to replicate this objectionable noise. And now everybody in class thinks I let one rip like I'm playing Beyblade or something, bro. This would always happen at the most inconvenient
like, they know
time.
I didn't, but the sound, it sounded so realistic.
Now I'm over here looking like I'm trying to tap dance, trying to plead my case, but to no avail. I don't even know how this inexplicable juncture used to occur because our school floors used to be dustier than my computer monitor. Now everybody thinks I'm farting in class with no remorse or dejection. The minuscule amount of
Oh, you know what would kill me? When you were walking to class, and the class won't be completely silent. You walk in, and your shoes look to be streaky. Because you just came out of the bathroom and there's water on the bottom of your shoes. Your shoes look to be streaking. You walk into class and all you hear is streak. Like, that jump will kill me. That jump made me, like, not want to walk into class. Like, you want to turn around.
Like little Georgie did. Next, you've ever just been chilling on the couch, watching some informal television, maybe some anime, or maybe a movie of some sort. But regardless, you're enjoying your time. But then all of a sudden somebody enters the room and the actors decide they want to start filming OnlyFans content for absolutely no reason.
That's why I be so paranoid, because that happens so many times. I be so paranoid that's gonna happen.
At all. I would never be able to fathom this shit, bro.
It hasn't happened to me yet, but I'm paranoid. Every time somebody walks in the room, I get stopped watching the show. It makes it look suspicious, but I don't care.
conventional and ordinary movie, but then as soon as someone walks in the room, the freakiest shit wants to start materializing on the screen. Or even worse, when you're watching a movie with one of your parents and a, let's just say, naughty scene comes on. The tension in the room was thicker than a jar of Skippy. Words can't describe how uncomfortable and disturbed I feel, bro. All of a sudden, I start examining the floor like a fucking carpenter or something. Ooh, this mahogany is very embellished. How have I never noticed this before? Has this vase always been here? I pretty much just start cosplaying as Stevie Wonder and suppress everything around. Or I'll slowly just start making my way to the bathroom, or really whatever excuse I can conjure up in that moment. And then my parents be trying to act like I was the lead director in a movie or something. Like, bro, this wasn't my idea.
I'm saying they be like, especially when you working with men in the movie, they be looking at you.
It lasts like 30 seconds, but it feels like a damn hour, bro. From now on, I'm only watching movies that are rated G with my parents. Elmo Saves Christmas and shit like that. Next, being at a friend's house and they start getting yelled at by their parents. Bro, this has happened more times than what.
It's bad. Cause like you get sitting there, yo, Flynn getting yelled at, his mother cussing him out, his dad cussing him out. You sitting there like, you trying to not smile, you trying to not laugh. You get sitting there quiet in the corner like. You get sitting there in the corner. You trying your hardest not to smile.
Should be humanly possible. Me and my homie would just be chilling in the living room or something, and then his mom would come in and start cooking the fuck out of him for not taking out the trash or whatever. I'm just sitting there twiddling my thumbs waiting for their slanderous rant to conclude. Not gonna lie though, I'd be holding back the craziest cackle, bro. But at the same time, it felt like I was getting yelled at too. I remember when I was but a young lad, I was over at one of my friend's house, and the nigga straight up got a Tom and Jerry ass whooping, bro. That shit was straight up
never been over to a house and that happened. I don't be go but feeling stuff like that. If that was happening and I'm just sitting there, I might have to leave. Might have to go home.
And then he walked back into the room with tears on his face, and I could smell the misery and torment radiating from this nigga. If your parents are comfortable enough to whoop your ass in front of me, then we pretty much family at that point, bro. Next, introducing yourself on the first day of school. I think every living entity on earth can concede the fact that this is, without a shadow of a doubt, one of the most awkward moments in life.
It's kind of awkward, but as I got older, I started to not care.
With all due respect, nobody in this classroom gives a fuck about what my favorite flavor of ice cream is, bro. And of course, the teacher makes us stand up when we're.
Oh yeah, they do be asking. Give us 3 facts about yourself. 7th grade, I did not want to say nothing about myself. 8th grade, I don't remember 8th grade.
So everybody can get a clear view of me answering how many pets I have.
I don't know if they did 8th grade.
On the weekend is. And I swear, my teachers used to be nosier than Isabella, bro. Gabe, what places did you visit over the summer? The fridge and the couch, nigga. Now what? Presenting in class was equally as degrading, especially when the teacher.
Nah, I be lying. I be saying I went to Africa.
Quiet down the class and you're just standing there looking like an NPC. And then you always got that one snobby motherfucking class talking about, can you speak up? My nigga, can you shut up? These motherfuckers just add salt to the wound, bro. Next, when you gotta make small talk with that one family member that you haven't seen since you were 2.
My fault for being a little late on this. It don't be the snobby people in class. It's be your best friends that you knew for so long. Talking about, hey, bro, I can't hear you. Like, you sitting right next to me.
Reunion, a new relative DLC drops, bro. Some new auntie or great cousin comes out the woodwork talking about, I used to change your diapers when you were little, in the great words of Thanos.
Oh, I hated that so much. And I know my baby blood camera gonna go through it too. Like, I don't know you. I was probably like 5 months old. Why would I remember your face? I was 5 months old. It's been 15 years. Well, 14. Like, bro.
I know who you are. But in all seriousness, these niggas be telling me shit about me that I didn't even know about myself. They actually trying to give biographies about me, bro. And then my parents try to get me to converse with these anonymous niggas. Bro, with all due respect, I can't tell you from a stranger on the street talking about, you've grown up so much I've never seen before in all my days. And then my parents be trying to convince me that I know who these people are. Trash ass gaslight, bro. How do you expect me to remember my
I hate when they be like, you know him. Like, you know Jerome. Yeah, you know Jerome. You met Jerome before. Yeah, you know Jerome. Like, Jerome is my father's cousin. I don't know him.
Cousins, neighbors, stepdads, adopted sons, pet sitters, teacher, little sister's uncle named Marcel. Honorable mention. Please tell me I'm not the only person who pretends to be on their phone when they walk past a group of people that look like they're about around my age. I don't know why I always insist on doing this, but I digress. Now look.
I sometimes do that. Sometimes I get walked through. Sometimes I get walked through like a G. Sometimes I guess. Sometimes I hit the. I ain't tall. Sometimes I get walked through like this. Sometimes I walk through like. And sometimes I be like, I ain't been switched back to soon.
Everything's cool beans. But when I walk past a conglomerate of people, that's where shit gets wicked. I start abusing the calculator and weather.
Sometimes I do, sometimes like I
because I know that my chance of seeing these people ever again in life is slimmer than a slice of school party pizza. I usually carry myself with a lot of confidence, you know, I value man and whatnot. But then I start second guessing myself because when I walk past them, they start going quiet like some church mice or something. What's the matter, bruv? Cat got your tongue. But I think it's gonna wrap everything up for this video, man. Comment down below your.
Nah, they don't be doing that. Most of the time, I get walk past. I'm out of my business.
Your most awkward.
But anyways, now I'm reacting to Awkward Life Moments 2 by G G Greek Me. I don't know. I tried my best to pronounce his name. You mad at me? I hope y'all enjoyed the reaction. I'll see y'all next time.